walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
That moment.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box.
Ramkota Hotel and Conference Center, Tokyo Hibachi and Sushi, Bauman Lumber, Ferding Electric, and Black Hills Federal Credit Union. And coverage of high school sports on River 92.7 is also brought to you by these special in-game sponsors: Bank West, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Division of Consumer Protection, Rounds Financial Services, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial, Hermanson Endodontics, Family Dental, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, Hermanson Endodontics, Cowboy Country Stores, and Gales Gas Service. And now, Pierre Governor Sports on the official home of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Now, thank you very much. A very good Thursday evening, everybody. Welcome to Riggs High Gym. We've got a night of high school volleyball coming your way here in homecoming week for the Pierre Governors. Volleyball as the Governors welcome in Sioux Falls, Lincoln. The Patriots off to a 6-3 start to the season. Governors falling at Sioux Falls, Washington in straight sets Tuesday night, coming in with a record of 2-6. Along with William Wilson running the show in studio, I'm Brian Oakland. We've got Brian Menning across the way also doing video for us. And you'll be able to see this match as well as hear it with our friends at Live Ticket and drgnews.com, the River 92.7 page. Also watch on your DRG News smartphone app and the River 92.7 page there as well. And you can catch us through the Pierre School website, courtesy of GoGovsLive.com. As our sophomore match has just come to an end, Sioux Falls Lincoln winning the second set of that one, 25-16. JV match was tight, but Sioux Falls Lincoln won that one in 2 straight as well. We'll see if the Governor girls can come in with a little bit of confidence and put up a fight against a pretty good and up-and-coming Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots squad. As mentioned, off to a good start this season. We'll talk all about it after a 3-minute timeout. To start, we'll get into our Bank West pregame show with Bank West for the best. We'll take a look around South Dakota on this Thursday. Busy week for the Governors. This will be the second match of 3 for the week. We've got one at T area also scheduled for Saturday afternoon. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. We've got that look around South Dakota volleyball in Class AA. We've got coaches' comments, keys to success, starting lineups, and a whole lot more as we bring you that Bank West pregame show. Coming back in 3 minutes, Pierre Governor Volleyball on your official voice of the Governors. It's River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
There when you need them the most. Bank West insurance agents Sam Kennecke and Angie Taylor are here to make your life easier.
As an independent agency, we're able to customize an insurance plan to fit your individual needs.
We work with dozens of companies to find you the best possible coverage and the best price.
For your insurance needs, contact Sam or Angie at Bank West Insurance in Pierre. Bank West, convenient, connected, committed. Insurance products are not deposits, not FDIC insured, not insured by any federal agency, not guaranteed by any bank, and may go down in value.
I'm Scott Nye. As a coach for the Pierre Governors, I know a winning game plan is crucial. When it comes to your finances, you deserve one too. At New Edge Advisors, our name is new, but our commitment to you isn't. We're the same trusted team you've known, and we've expanded our playbook of resources to help you plan for retirement, manage investments, and protect your future. Let's build the strategy that gets your financial future into the end zone.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC is a separate entity from LPL Financial.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building, the garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
At Avera Orthopedics, we're transforming pain into possibility every day. Whether you're chasing a personal best or simply want to enjoy life to the fullest, our specialized care is designed to help you feel better and stronger. We're here for you. No referral needed. Trust Avera Orthopedics to unlock a world of endless possibilities. Visit avera.org/orthopedics and start your journey from pain to possibility today.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School Sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
Back at Riggs High Gym, welcome to our Bank West pregame show as we bring you Governor Volleyball tonight. And for all of those on the road, whether you are a Sioux Falls Lincoln fan or a fan of high school sports or you're just on the road for any reason, remember the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety celebrates being a part of a team. They remind us all to slow the drive, arrive alive. Buckle up, too. Every trip, every time, the reminder from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Starting up with a look at the scores that we had from Tuesday nights and an updated look at the power rankings here as we give you the state of volleyball in Class AA in South Dakota. There were 8 matches featuring AA combatants on Tuesday night when Pierre went to Sioux Falls, Washington. Sioux Falls Lincoln also hosted Aberdeen Central. All 8 of those matches actually came in 3-game sweeps with the winners, including Washington over Pierre 25-20, 25-9, 25-9. It was Lincoln defeating Aberdeen Central, just the second loss of the season for the Golden Eagles so far, 25-23, 25-21, and 25-19. Meanwhile, Huron, let's make that Yankton sweeping Huron. Brandon Valley wins in 3 straight at Brookings. O'Gorman goes to Watertown and comes up with 3 in a row. Sioux Falls Jefferson wins at T Area, which will be the Governor's next opponent Saturday afternoon. Out west, Rapid City Central sweeps Douglas. And Spearfish in the Black Hills Conference defeated Lead Deadwood in straight sets. There are 6 more matches coming up within South Dakota featuring people from AA, including this one, Sioux Falls Lincoln playing at Pierre, Aberdeen Central playing the travel partner, as well as they host Sioux Falls, Washington up north tonight. Yankton is at Mitchell in the ESD, and Brandon Valley goes to T Area. Meanwhile, Brookings plays the reigning Class A state champions tonight in Del Rapids, and out west, Sturgis hosting Hill City in the Black Hills Conference. And we mentioned this on Tuesday night, too, but the Harrisburg Tigers are in Las Vegas. And they've got a matchup against Marymount High School in Vegas here today. They've got 3 more matches coming up at a different high school tomorrow. And I just happened to do a little Google mapping. I was surprised to find out that where they'll be tomorrow, if you know Vegas and you know the Strip or the extreme southern Strip, because I like to know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Vegas. But they'll be at a location tomorrow that is only about 6 blocks away from the South Point Casino and Hotels. So that gives you an idea of where they'll be. That is Silverado High School. So give you an idea of what Harrisburg is up to this weekend, and wishing them the best of luck down there as well. Tomorrow, Rapid City Central and Stevens cross the state. They'll go play Sioux Falls, Jefferson, and Roosevelt. Flip-flop venues on Saturday as well. Brookings will play at O'Gorman on Saturday as well, and we've got a volleyball matchup with the Pierre Governors playing at T Area. Also, on Saturday, our next volleyball broadcast scheduled will be Pierre at T Area. 2 o'clock first serve will be on the air at 1:30 Saturday afternoon. At least we hope we will. There is something that could potentially get in the way of that, and we'll talk about that more as we continue along in this broadcast. Meanwhile, Other things that are happening in high school sports. By the way, the updated look at the power rankings after Tuesday's play still has Brandon Valley now in the top spot, 7-2. PowerPoint average higher than undefeated Harrisburg, who is 5-0. Rapid City Stevens up to 3 at 12-2. Sioux Falls, Washington, who defeated Pierre the other night, moved from 6 to 4. And they're 5-1 on the season. O'Gorman is up into the 5 spot, 6-2. Aberdeen Central settles in at 6 after their loss to these Lincoln Patriots. And Spearfish 10-5 is the 7 spot. Watertown falls to number 8 at 7-4. Sioux Falls Lincoln coming into tonight would be the 9 seed. They would go to Watertown if the Sodak 16 were playing tonight. But Lincoln is playing well. They are 6-3 on the season. Mitchell is in the 10 spot. Rapid City Central, Brookings, Sioux Falls Jefferson, Yankton at 14, followed by Sturgis and Pierre. Pierre with their 2-6 mark is the 16 seed as we speak, just right there in the top 16 where you need to be if you want to play another match or more after the regular season is done. Huron, Sioux Falls, Roosevelt, Douglas, and winless T area, who is 0-6. Are still on the outside looking in. There's your look at the state of volleyball in South Dakota. We've got coaches' interviews to get to, keys to success coming up, and let's move right into those. In fact, they're moving right along here in our pregame in the gym, so I'm going to move right into our conversation with head coach Kerry Wheelhouse. In fact, we'll hear first from Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre as they sponsor our Keys to Success. Coach is coming up next. This is Pierre Governor Volleyball.
There when you... Did you know 16 million Americans suffer from dry eye? Hi, this is Dr. Nick Marso of Central Dakota Eye Care. Along with providing comprehensive eye exams evaluating vision and health of your eyes, we now offer IPL dry eye treatments. OptiLight IPL is a new innovative light therapy treatment for dry eye and is FDA approved. Also available at our clinic are dry eye products and supplements. Call us today, 224-6128 for more information and to schedule an appointment. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
Back at Riggs High Gym, and again, I just wasn't ready for this, but our Keys to Success, sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care. Head coach off of a loss on Tuesday night at Sioux Falls, Washington. Really thought that first set, you showed some things, showed what you're capable of. Obviously, they were the much better team in that second and third sets. But outside, of a couple of those bigger rallies, I think you're neck and neck with them in those two games too, and you avoided giving up the big rallies for the most part in that first set. Hopefully that'll continue, and you get to 3 or more of really good competitive sets coming up here.
Yeah, hopefully we can build off of some of the good stuff that we saw. We really worked on that, talking about that, just mentally staying on top of that. We only missed one serve the whole game, so keeping that kind of stuff going for us. And then just keeping that mentality of the digger die volleyball. It's nice to get right back on the court so that you don't have a lot of time to think about it, and hoping that we can get some of that done tonight.
You had some good volleys against them, and a lot of trips up and down and across the net, and teams like Washington and I think a very much improved Sioux Falls Lincoln team are they're very adept at getting those quick points. So as soon as you send it across the net, you better be ready for it to come back hot.
Yeah, what we've already seen tonight with their JV, they run a lot of slides, quicks, different stuff. So we've just got to be ready for that. Our block's got to get up in front of them. That was the first thing that we saw, is that we were a little slow to our block in that first game against Washington once we started getting that on. So hopefully we can get that, and then our biggest thing right now is that we just got to get our front row to figure out how to put it away and find those spots where they're not at, and hopefully we can get that changed tonight.
But you mentioned your block, and I think you got good block touches as that match went along. And, again, at least you give your back row a chance to react when you get that first touch up front.
Yeah, getting that touch, just giving them a chance, slowing it down a little bit so that they can react. Our problem against Washington is that we weren't closing the block, so then our back row's having to try and fill that gap, and that's hard to judge. And so hopefully we can get that close today and get some more of those block touches.
Did you talk yesterday maybe a little more about the speed of the game now that you're seeing these Sioux Falls squads?
Yeah, they definitely worked on, some quicker. We wouldn't let them run traditional runs, and so we made them run some different stuff in the front row and really worked on, what do we do with the tight ball on the net? What do we do when it's an overpass, that kind of stuff. So hopefully we can stay with them a little bit more that way. And then just talk to our back row about, instead of reacting, maybe anticipating a little bit more, try and read that other side of the court.
Okay, when you're attacking, what are you seeing from Lincoln, if you've watched anything on them yet?
Yeah, so with them, they're going to have a nice block. They've got girls that can really jump in the front row, and so we're either going to have to use that block to our advantage or go around them. They like to leave the deep corners open, so we need to aim for that, but make sure that we're trying to get it in over that block, but still in.
I imagine your hitters are really kind of getting, do they get a little antsy when they don't get the swing as much as and consistently as they want to?
Yeah, we're going to switch Allie Keys back to the outside. She only got 7 swings against Washington, and that's one of our key hitters that we need to make sure she's getting swings. And if our passes aren't on, putting her in the middle isn't doing her any justice. So we're going to move her back to the outside. We're going to put Lexi back in the back row, see if we can't get some more good digs and some defense going back there where she's a little more comfortable. Sierra did a good job coming in off the bench, and so she's going to stay as our other outside hitter. And then we've got Hannah coming in to be in the middle, and so hopefully she can get some more of those block touches. And if that doesn't work, we've got rotations where we can try some different stuff.
All right, other keys to success tonight. All right. Keys to success continue with a visiting head coach, Nikki Nyhog of the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots, on a 6-3 start here, Coach. And I think in relation to last year when we spoke and this year, I think you're off to a pretty good start, and you really got some good things going, and starting to maybe assert your presence a little bit in that metro neighborhood there. But I think obviously after a good win this past weekend, trying to think. Oh yeah, Aberdeen Tuesday night, straight sets. That's impressive, and I know you girls are feeling pretty good right now.
Yes, that was a good win for us. They just came out really confident, ready to work hard, and finally put together what we've been working hard to do, which is finish it off. So,
how is it working with the rhythm? I mean, everybody's just kind of chemistry came along pretty quick here this season.
It took a few matches, but they have been putting in the time and working hard, and kind of buying into the program a little bit, so it's helping.
And even the couple matches that you've lost, I mean, obviously you lost right off the bat to, I can't even remember now, but Washington, and then Chester it was, and Huron, wasn't it? But the way they're playing, my goodness, there's so much good volleyball out there right now.
Yeah, there is. There's good volleyball at every level, I would say. So, and I think anybody could do anything any given night.
As you come in here to Pierre, long road trip, I guess, how do you prepare for things like that, and then get off the bus and just kind of have to get out here and get started?
Right. I don't know if you can prepare for it.
Yeah.
I just am a big proponent of doing things the same no matter where you're playing. So the same pregame warm-ups, the same things they do in the locker room. It's just another match for us. So they just need to come out hard, ready to work.
I always say mentally, mentally, this is your game. This is what you're doing, and you just have to flip the switch no matter the situation.
That is correct. I would completely agree with that.
All right. With the Pierre Governors, what have you seen so far, and what challenges will you face tonight?
They do. I've watched some film. They have a few big hitters on their team, and they work hard. They don't give up. So I think that they could throw some things at us tonight that might catch us off guard, so we just need to be ready.
And do you, are you trying to do different things on your side of the net too, or as you get now to the midpoint of the season, or are you still just trying to perfect what's really been working for you so far?
I think a little bit of both.
Okay. What other ideas do you have? Is what things that you might want to do, and
Sure.
Getting other people? What are you thinking there?
Sure. I'm wanting to quicken up our offense a little bit more than we already have. So working that into practices, and hopefully it'll transfer over into our matches.
All right. Any other keys to success for tonight's game?
Just stay gritty and work hard.
All right. Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck and keep it going, all right?
Thank you so much.
Well, they've been gritty so far. Sioux Falls Lincoln 6-3. Their head coach Nikki Nyhog, along with Coach Kerry Wheelhouse of the Pierre Governors. Coach's comments, keys to success that are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Let's move into our starting lineups. They come to us courtesy of Envirotech in Pierre. Let's meet the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots. They'll start with Mallory Schneider. She is a 6'1 sophomore, and she's your setter, folks. She's a good one, and obviously some of the better teams in the state come along with really good setters who are tall setters, blocking weapons as well. And, I mean, that's kind of where it all begins when things really start going in the right direction. And Mallory Schneider impressed us as a freshman last year. She'll be here leading the way as a sophomore setter tonight. Defensive specialist also in the back row is Hayden Cook, a 5'7 senior, but the hitters will include Hannah Barron on the right side. She's a 5'7 senior. Elsa Basel in the middle is a 6'1 sophomore. They've got Camilla Langenfeld, a 5'7 junior on the outside, and Evelyn Carney, a 6-footer in the middle. Carney, a sophomore, with Basil, Barron, Cook, Schneider, Langenfeld, and Carney. The starting rotation, Julia Blum is the libero. She's a 5'7 senior, has been doing it a while. Ella Smith will come in and play in the back row, too, a 5'7 junior. Actually, she'll play in through up front for Sioux Falls Lincoln. 6-3 on the season. Their head coach is Nikki Nyhog, assisted by Allison Engel, Jalen Stoffaker, Emily Vasquez, Jennifer Birch, and Abby Peichel. The starting lineups for Sioux Falls Lincoln. Their opponents tonight, the Pierre Governors, as the Govs. In fact, as I see it, this will be the first time I'm seeing the Governors on their home floor. This is their 4th home match overall, and they will begin with Sloan Waldron, the setter, 5'7", and a senior. Alexis Schleckaway back in the back row, 5'7", and a senior as well. Molly Olson will swap with Marina Bushbaum. Olson in the back row, she'll set as well. Marina Bushbaum, a 5'9 junior up front, along with Addie Novotny, the 5'11 sophomore middle hitter. Hannah Eads, the 5'10 sophomore in the middle, starts tonight. Sierra Prunty, a 5'5 junior. Also, and Allie Keys, the 5'8 outside hitter. She is a junior for the Pierre Governors, with Hadley Hart, the 5'6 senior at libero. For head coach Kerry Wheelhouse and assistant coaches Rachel Arbach and Peyton Gall, our starting lineups brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. We're back in 2 minutes as you listen to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Envirotech is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Our hash mark over the middle and wide open at the 30-yard line. Carter shuffle by, touchdown. Here's Olsen, plenty of time, 3 seconds, gets to shoot, and it's good for 3.
From football, volleyball, and soccer to basketball, wrestling, and softball, follow the Pierre Governors on the official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, and also on the River 92.7 page of the DRG News smartphone app and drgnews.com.
Could you Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where they treat you like you own the place, because you do.
as well, as we affectionately refer to them, the law on the court. And they're brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. Tonight's law on the court are game officials who we thank for doing a thankless job, which is very often the case in officiating high school sports. The latter official, our R1, will be Eric Gerlach tonight. R2 on the floor in front of the scorer's table will be Cindy Traeger. They'll be at the net, Eric Gerlach, Cindy Traeger, along with Brianna Kaiser and Micah Miller, two recent Governor athletes or coaches who we know by their maiden names and recently married and recent transitions and things like that. But, of course, Brianna Kusler and Micah Mosier, now Brianna Kaiser and Micah Miller. Good to have them with us here tonight. They'll man the lines as the line judges here this evening as well. So Eric Gerlach, Cindy Traeger, Brianna Kaiser, Micah Miller. Thanks everybody for being our law on the court, brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office Consumer Protection Division. We'll hear from them and from Comtech, and we're serving it up. It's Pierre and Sioux Falls Lincoln next, and your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, DRGnews.com.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986. Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Comtech will sponsor our first serve coming up at Sioux Falls Lincoln. As you watch this one, they're in red with the baby blue sleeves and the white trim. They'll hit from right to left. The Governors are in their home whites with the green letters and green striping down the sides. Libero Hadley Hart in the Kelly green Libero jersey this evening as well. Governors will hit from left to right. Brian Oakland with a play-by-play as you listen throughout. Listen for our right-on-the-money highlight plays. They're brought to you by Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, where your money works for you. Rounds Financial Services, Osaic, wealth member, SIPC. Here we go. First serve from Comtech is a good one. Hit wayward, but the Governors are able to bail themselves out. They still get a swing out of it, too, but Sioux Falls Lincoln defends, and then they'll work it up to the right side. And the swing is good for Hannah Barron. Governors were there with the block, but it's just off onto the scorer's table side across the way. As you watch this one, glad to have you aboard at DRGnews.com. This is Mallory Schneider serving. Well played here by Lexi Schleckaway. Governors decoy a little bit, but Sloan Waldron hits it out of there. Now Lincoln takes a swing, but the Governors are in the net. This hit went long from the left side, but a net violation gives the Patriots another point to start things off. Every serve results in a point, whether it's earned or not. In this case, that might have been the not from Sioux Falls Lincoln, but they lead 2-0. Again, Brian Oakland play-by-play. Brian Menning on camera for Live Ticket. And we've got William Wilson running our show audio-wise in studio from DRG Media Group's World Headquarters. Here is a quick set offense, and Evelyn Carney from the middle is able to get one past Lexi Schleckaway in the back line. First three scored here by the Patriots. They're looking very smooth so far. And again, Sioux Falls Lincoln, has been... with all of the success that the Metro has had over the last several years, Lincoln has been one of those programs, maybe not quite the level of success, but still, they've had some real nice teams. Here come the Governors with Allie Keys on the left side, and they'll get their first of the night down the left sideline. And the Govs with a good setup that time from Sloan Waldron. Sloan is back to serve as the Govs rotate for the first time. This one played up by Julia Blum. They'll get a bump pass back, and now a left side effort from Hannah Barron. All she's trying to do is get it back across, but she had a good angle to it as well. To the back left or your near left corner. And Barron gets a second kill to go. And it's 4-1, Sioux Falls Lincoln. This is Camilla Langenfeld serving this time. Governors will get a big swing from Marina Bushbaum, but that one too big. And she didn't get on top of it, and she'll miss it long. Govs did have a lot of errors in that first set against Sioux Falls, Washington. They'll try to clean that up as this one goes along. A lot of errors in the first set. Good keep alive here by Waldron, but pushed out by the Govs, and it is a little bit out of bounds. Just missed to the left. 6-1 Lincoln. Langenfeld right to left, has it across. Hadley Hart will play it straight up into the middle. Tap back by Bushbaum. There's Blum helping out, passing wise, and it's an ace block up front for the Governors. This time it's Hannah Eads, the sophomore in the middle, getting the start tonight. Anytime you get an ace block, they can be momentum changers as far as I'm concerned. That could be one of our first rounds. Financial Services right on the money highlight plays. Sioux Falls Lincoln's offense comes right back, and they put a highlight of their own. Down, this is Ella Smith, a 5'7" junior. She can jump. She got a good swing on that one through the Governor block and straight on down. Little bump set spike off of the Governor serve. Another one and done for Pierce. 7-2 Lincoln. However, Evelyn Carney will miss one into the net. Her first service error of the night, as now Carney checking out. And Blum is the libero, the senior, checking back out. 3 serving 7. Lola Keenholz serving, but that one's got too much on it. Keenholz, the 5'6" senior, in off the bench. She'll play through the back line. She switches off with Marina Bushbaum. 8-3, Patriots by 5. We're just underway. First set. Good pass here from Hart up to Waldron. Actually, that is Bushbaum kicking it out of there. So Keenholz pairs up with Hannah Eads in this case, I believe. Lincoln back with it. Smith will swing. Little adjustment in midair, and she gets this one to fall with a good topspin out of the reach of the diving Lola Keenholz. And Ella Smith has a second kill. Student body in whiteout tonight. Served by Lincoln and Hannah Barron. She'll try to angle it, but that one will miss wide to the near side. And Pierre will take the serve back again as Molly Olson is back in. It's Olson who switches off with Bushbaum. So now Marina Bushbaum out. Molly Olson in. She'll provide some setting effort as well. Here's another good pass outside, near side, and Ella Smith with a good angle. She'll get it to go. Smith swinging well through that first trip to the front line, and she'll check out now. She's replaced by Hayden Cook, the 5'7" senior, who gets the back row. Pierre has not been able to get a service point as of yet here in set number 1. Free ball from the Governors on the return to the Cook serve here. Now slide outside, but they have to stay on the floor. Oh, that pass too close. Oh, Lincoln reached across the net. The Governors were trying to keep one alive. I'm surprised we didn't have a whistle on that one. Mallory Schneider was able to block one. The Governors don't keep it alive. I think that's a hitting error, but a timeout goes to the Governors. And we'll leave it at that. With an 11-4 start, Sioux Falls Lincoln in front. Timeout in our broadcast and on the floor is brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierce. Grab a Coke and be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Smart grocery shopping takes
every Thursday night. We're hosting Chase the Pink Ace with a large jackpot and growing jackpot. I'm RF Bowie, the founder of Team Bowie Cares. 100% of the profits go to local cancer patients fighting their fight. You can get your tickets at any business inside Al's Oasis or online at chasethepinkace.org. Drawing is held every Thursday night at 8:08 p.m. at the Last Chance Saloon inside Al's Oasis. Thanks for caring.
Briggs Trucking and Construction. Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box.
11-4, Sioux Falls Lincoln. So far, so good. On their long road trip, they've got the serve here as Hayden Cook will continue. Right to left, lob it across, played up by Hadley Hart to Molly Olson, and the cross-court set to Sloan Waldron, who will punch it hard enough off the block and down. Governors will earn side out, so job well done after that timeout, as Hannah Eads will check back in to play through the front line. Governors will serve it away. That was Schleck away. Getting it across, but once again, Sioux Falls Lincoln just going quickly. Bump, set, spike. They've got the rhythm, and Camilla Langenfeld is through the block, and down Pierre is getting those block touches. One thing I was going to mention earlier is that Pierre, they got a lot of block touches up front against Sioux Falls, Washington, but they weren't able to angle them back in play, or at least keep them straight up so that the back row can come and make some plays as well. Tonight, I think so far doing a better job at that, but now a loose ball after a few touches at the net. And the big setter, Mallory Schneider, is able to tap one home with the left hand. So another one and done. Actually, that's a service point here for Sioux Falls Lincoln. And Julia Blum will serve again. She'll use the left side of that service line. Good line drive up the middle. Hadley Hart plays it softly. Hannah Eads will see that one come down a little too far and mistiming the swing. Lincoln opening up a 9-point advantage here, 14-5. Keep you updated on those scores from other parts of South Dakota in Class AA. Hart to Olson this time. The Govs will swing from the middle, and Waldron, it comes back to the net. Schneider tried to put it away, but the Governors able to make a play off of that. Now it comes up to the left side, and Pierre is in the net defending, but this is good for Camilla Langenfeld anyway. As Pierre could not get a play, the lead grows to 10 early on. 15-5 was a popular score in the 3 sets that we had in Washington 2 nights ago. Blum serves again. Waldron plays it up here. This is Sierra Prunty off the net, and just like that, that bounces over the defense and in front of the back row diving. So Sierra Prunty will get her first kill, just the Governor's third of this first game. 6 serving, 15. This is Schleck away serving. Another swing for Langenfeld. That's off the block, and Waldron was there, but it kind of handcuffed her. And Camilla Langenfeld with a few of late. Once again, nothing but one and dones for the Governors in serve. Lincoln has gone 3 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 2 and 4 on their service rallies. Good swing for Waldron, but played up by Hayden Cook in the back row. She'll free ball it back. Pierre has a chance to get in system, but Molly Olson too close to the net. She wanted to get her set touch over. And in this case, maybe got a little too cute with that one. I think she was just a little too close to the net to try to make that play. But Pierre had that opportunity to get in system, and I think you got to take advantage of those chances when you get them. Hot shot served by Schneider, but it goes too long. That's the third error in serve for the Patriots. And it's a 10-point advantage once again as Sloan Waldron will serve. 7, serving 17. Waldron brings the heat, but too much on that one. Here counters with their second service error tonight, which is already one more than they had in 3 games at Sioux Falls, Washington. Langenfeld checks out. Check it, Langenfeld rotates to serve. Here's going to free ball it back, however. Allie Keys with a bump from the 10-foot line. Here come the Patriots. Big shot. Nice dig there. Lexi Schleck away. Pierce sends it back. Lincoln again. Line drive serve off the net. And 1, 2, 3, and a big hit. But here's Schneider. She comes right back. That was a great effort, great hustle, great strength on the back bump by Hadley Hart. But Mallory Schneider saw it coming all the way, and the Governors just could not. They had 3 people getting back, but they didn't have people covering up Schneider's quick return. So another kill for the setter, and it's 19-7. The Governors will take their second and final timeout. Their Coca-Cola timeout here in game number 1. Back in 30 seconds, Sioux Falls Lincoln looking strong so far here on River 92.7.
provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre.
Back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box. Owyhee
Hi, Jim. Brian Oakland with play-by-play. Of course, if you are the Governors, you cannot be helping favored teams out. And 6 errors from the Governors, none for Sioux Falls Lincoln. Part of the story so far here in game number 1, coming out of the Coca-Cola timeout. Cubs will try to get things going again. Hannah Eads on the near side. Blocked and defended by the Patriots. Here's a smash that is touched by Waldron. And Hannah Barron with a hot shot. And Lincoln, very similar to Sioux Falls, Washington, what we saw the other night. They spread their wealth around. They've got 3 players with 3 kills apiece. Another one with 2, which happens to be their setter, picking her opportunities. Here it's 20-7. There's a good offense run for the Governors. And Allie Keys coming to the middle, able to put her second point away. I like the quick set by Sloan Waldron, who will get the assist on that one. Lincoln has been running that quick offense so far as well. Hadley Hart to serve, but now she will send one long. Governors want to be aggressive in serve, but you got to keep them in play. And they've missed 2 in a row. Now 21-8. All Sioux Falls Lincoln so far here in game number 1. They'll give one back this time, though. And that is number 13, Evelyn Carney, who will miss her second of the evening. Now 9 serving 21. Governor's turn to serve. This is Lola Keenholz. And Lola gives one back. Governors back home for the first time since last weekend when they played Sturgis and Spearfish, but serving-wise, they have not had their best game so far. 22-9 our score. You're able to play this one up, too sharp on the cross-court effort by Prunty. And that'll just miss out of bounds, so error number 7. And just a couple to go here in game number 1 for the Patriots. Barron serves. Keenholz plays it up. Good pass, but Waldron on the back set has too much on it. Trying to set up Marina Bushbaum on the near side, but that line drive, and Bushbaum didn't have a chance on it. Game point here. 24 serving 9 as Barron with Hart sending it too close to the net, and this time it is Lincoln reaching over the net. I thought I saw that once earlier, but they reach over the net. The Governors didn't have a chance to make a pass, which is honestly was a big break for the Governors, because I think it was, Waldron would have been in the net, or even Molly Olson. Nope, it was Waldron. Olson just checked in. 10 serving 24. Set point number 2, and this one is put away by number 3, Elsa Basel, up front. Just like that, game number 1 in the books on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard at Sioux Falls Lincoln 25 and the Governors 10. And we will pause for 2 minutes as Lincoln draws first blood here in this Thursday night volleyball matchup at Riggs High Gym. Scoreboard's brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. 2 minutes, and we'll go to game number 2 next. Governor Volleyball on your official home of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Taking care of your vehicle.
Shop specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Buying or selling a home is a big decision. You need an expert who knows the market and gets results. Scott Darnall at Lee Real Estate in Pierre brings experience, local knowledge, and a no-nonsense approach to help you navigate every step. Whether you're looking for the perfect home or the best offer, Scott is committed to making the process smooth and stress-free. Ready to make your next move? Call Scott Darnall at 605-220-2676. Lee Real Estate, Meredith Lee, broker, owner.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box.
Back to Riggs High Gym. As Sioux Falls Lincoln cruises through game number 1. They started by scoring the first 3 points, and again had a handful of 3 and 4 point service rallies. The Governors actually had 10 side outs. They did not get a single service point in that first set, as it turned out. And Lincoln outkills the Governors 13-4 in that first set. 6 different players registering at least 1 kill for the Patriots. Nobody had more than 3 in game number 1. But again, the error numbers the Governors would love to keep down. They had 8 of those, along with 4 service errors as well, along with 1 block point from Hannah Eads. Govs will serve first here as we go to game number 2. First serves brought to you by Comtech on the lower truck bypass in Pierre. Sloan Waldron keeps this one in play. Nice shot, but it's well played. And Mallory Schneider will serve or sets to Evelyn Carney, who will get it to go. Even on a good serve by the Governors, they're probably their best serve of the night. Lincoln is able to make the play, and they set it up with a perfect pass from the middle back. Here is Schneider serving. That one floats and sends it too far. So Schneider misses for the second time, and it's a 1-1 start here to game number 2. Hadley Hart's turn. This one, hot shot down the left sideline. Misplayed, but Lincoln is able to run it down. They'll get a free ball back. Here's Hart to Waldron. Quick set, and Addie Novotny is dug up out of the back corner. As the Governors try to get low, but they cannot keep this one off the floor. Camilla Langenfeld with her team-high 4th kill off the shoe tops of Lexi Schleckaway. And it looks like we've got an injury for the Governors. And something up with Addie Novotny. Casey Michelson, the trainer for the Governors, will help her off the court. And I don't know if Novotny just twisted a knee or something. She's putting some weight. She's walking on her right knee, but we hope that she'll be able to get back into action here before too long. Governors bring in Adeline Christofferson to take her place. And they'll check the rotation, and it looks like those that are on the floor are ready to go again. Sioux Falls Lincoln serving right to left. Hart will play it up this time. It's Keys on the right side. Couldn't get anything on this one. Blum will pass out to Hannah Barron, who tries one, but this one will miss long. Lincoln, who only had 1 hitting error in that first set, will commit their first one of game number 2. And the Governors are back to serve once again. Hot shot up the middle this time. Barron will try another one. 1-2, not enough, as a good diving effort by Allie Keys, who had the serve. But But Hannah Barron will score her 4th kill of the evening. Keys checks out, subbed in for by Lola Keenholz. And Keenholz watches this one go. Another service miss by Evelyn Carney, who is having a tough night in the back row. Evelyn now 0 for 3 in serve. Molly Olson's turn for the Governors in a 3-3 tie. Just started second set. Governor volleyball here, their only game of the week on homecoming night at home. And a Barron able to swing and score yet again. Governors played that one back to the net, but no play out of there. And this time we get an ace from Sioux Falls Lincoln as Barron registers the first of the night. Neither team had an ace in game number 1. Sioux Falls Lincoln did most of their damage with a well-run offense. Here's too much for Waldron. That one still lobbed all the way. It almost came down right at the feet of Micah Miller on the near right side, but sailed just a little bit long. First error for the Govs in the second set. 3 in a row for the Patriots now as Barron serves it again. Keenholz plays this one back to the net. No play from there by Molly Olson. And the Governors have to clean some things up again. It's another ace, this time for Hannah Barron. 2 in a row, make it 7-3. Sioux Falls Lincoln still early in the second set. But time for a break. A Coca-Cola break in the action brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. We're back in 30 seconds with more Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Financial Investments
provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal.
Back at Riggs High Gym, busy week of volleyball. This is the second of 3 matches scheduled. The Governors go to T area on Saturday afternoon, a match that'll be heard on KGFX. 2 o'clock with the first serve, 1:30 with the pregame. Tomorrow night is homecoming football. The Governors are set to host the Brookings Bobcats. There is some water in the parking lot that is causing some power issues at Hollister Field right now. And I tell you what, if that doesn't get fixed by tomorrow, we could have some problems in trying to get football in. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit. Meanwhile, back at it, the Governors with a couple of opportunities to do some swinging, but Elsa Basil blocked one back and then blocked another one. She gets an ace block. She's right on the money with a Rounds Financial Services right on the money highlight play to help the Lincoln cause as they continue their offense, rolling 5 in a row here. And Lincoln does it again. Molly Olson almost got him off guard, but Lincoln makes the play, and Ella Smith gets the finish. Everything, it just literally seems like everything the Lincoln Patriots are swinging across, the Governors are just not able to make a play on right now. Lincoln is almost perfect, or as perfect as you can be in their hitting percentage. Here's Waldron getting an opportunity. Set assist from Molly Olson, and Sloan Waldron gets one off the block. The first kill of the second set for the Governors. That ends a 6-point rally for Sioux Falls Lincoln, and I think that's the longest they've had tonight. Adeline Christofferson to serve again in place of Addie Novotny. And the new AC, as we can call her. First serve of the varsity season will sail a little bit long. 10-4, new score. The Governors still have not had a service point tonight. 14 total points they've scored. They only got to 10 in that first set. Hayden Cook serving for the Governors. They get a good play. It's serving for the Patriots, rather. Govs got a good play out of it. Good swing from Hannah Eads, but Lincoln defends. Now a dive for Hadley Hart, but cannot keep this one off the floor. And the Patriots will score with Camilla Langenfeld, the 5'7" junior. They have her with 4 on the board. I've got Camilla with 5 and an 11-4 Sioux Falls Lincoln advantage. Cook right to left. Low line drive. That one hits the top of the tape and crawls right across. Nothing the Governors could do with that. Third ace of the night. Third of this set for the Patriots. 12-4. Lincoln already almost halfway home for a 2-set lead. They won the first one 25-10. It's Keenholz to Prunty, staying in the back row. Pierre free balls the return. Quick set this time, but Pierre is able to get a touch. And then a keep alive. Nice punch here by Waldron as she is blocked. Prunty free balls it back. Oh, and a big swing there for Mallory Schneider. Second touch coming in some of those setters. They love to do that little windmill, but you don't expect a full swing, and that's what you got from Mallory Schneider. What a highlight play that was. Schneider right on the money, sponsored by Rounds Financial Services in Pierre. Hayden Cook will serve long this time. Govs get a side out. That's just I tell you what, that hit by Schneider is as impressive as anything I've seen on a volleyball court this whole season so far. 13-5. And Lexi Schleckaway misses in the net. The Governors continue to help the cause of the Patriots, who have obviously shown they don't need the assists right now. They're doing plenty of damage on their own. Blom's turn to serve. Julia across. Libero to libero, played by Hadley Hart. Here's a nice leading swing by Allie Keys. The serve return stayed in the back row. It was a good leading pass by Molly Olson, the set assist, and Allie Keys registers her third kill. That is what the Governors would love to do more of in controlled chaos, or at least create something out of chaos. Waldron serves, stays low and in the net. That's 3 misses in serve in a row here for Pierre. 15-6. Lincoln in command. Schneider's turn to serve. And Schleckaway with a misplay. That's an ace for Mallory Schneider. 4 aces here in this second set. The lead is 10, 16-6. These Metro teams that have these 6-foot setters, they move so well despite the the difference in size. And I'm going to be singing the praises of Mallory Schneider for a long time, as long as we get to watch her. There's a block up front. There you go, Marina Bushbaum. Little joust at the net. Bushbaum just gets the better end of it. And we'll give her a block point. Ace block. That'll end a quick rally for the Patriots. It's 16-7. As Hadley Hart will serve. So Lincoln's got Schneider. Harrisburg, they've got a 6-1 setter as well. And Jocelyn Samuels. Or is it Morrison Samuels? I forget which one is there now. I apologize, but Cindy Traeger in discussion with the official scorers at the scorers table. So we have a little bit of a delay. But once again, homecoming football, 6:25 would be our pregame tomorrow night. The Governors are set to host the Brookings Bobcats, a team that shut Pierre out at SDSU's Dana J. Dykehouse Stadium a year ago, 13-0. Looking forward to that one. Hope you can join us. And again, hopefully they get to play. Hot shot once again, and Lincoln just continues to get in system time and time again. And Evelyn Carney, or Hannah Barron, with the kill this time, the left-handed swinging Hannah Barron. Another one and done for Pierre as Langenfeld serves for the Patriots. Played up out of the back row. That's Christofferson taking a swing, but Lincoln is able to block it. Now the Governors with another block point as Allie Keys sends it right back to Carney. Carney wasn't ready for that, essentially caught it. And Keys with a defensive point. Governors have 3 ace blocks now. 8 serving 17. Here's Keys again. Blom up to Schneider. Outside it goes. Right side. Pierre with a chance. Kept alive, but it's a 4 hit here for the Governors. The swing by Prunty apparently did not get touched by Lincoln, and I think that's a good call from Eric Gerlach on the ladder. Just the second error for the Governors in game 2, but it's 18-8. Lincoln still doing everything right. This is Kearney. Evelyn just continues to have struggles in serve. She's missed a few in the net. Sends this one long, overcompensating. And Nikki Nyhog is really trying to talk her up. Kearney, you can see, normally a pretty good server, just here in this gym. Not her night so far. 18-9, another swing for the Patriots, but this one is wide from the near side, and that one misses left of the pin. Landed out of bounds as well. I thought the Governors had a block, but it might have hit the antenna instead. So Pierre with the side out point, 10 serving 18. Chance to get in system here, but Waldron has to push one away quickly. Pierre will get it back. Christofferson off balance, keeps one alive and punches it across. Now AC can't reach this one, as Elsa Basil will put one down on the tap over the Governor defense. And yet again, Pierre is not able to get a service point. 19-10 our score. This will be an ace for Hannah Barron. This is Barron's third of this second set. 20-10 our score. Game number 2. Barron with that left hand. The leading scorer in the kill column, the leading server of the night too. And this is Christofferson, who this time cannot, or does put one in play, but it's Barron who can't make the play, and Adeline Christofferson gets her first varsity kill. She's back to serve now, 11 serving 20. Line drive up the middle this time as Blum plays it. Schneider has to run it down, and it's free balled back. Here with a chance, in system here, but there's another block up front. Basil took that Prunty push and just blocks it right back home. Elsa Basil, 6'1", sophomore. You can't teach the height, and Sioux Falls Lincoln does have that. Cook's turn to serve here. Prunty up with it. There's a swing and a kill for Hannah Eads. Actually, that first one was Lola Keenholz in the back row. Hannah Eads takes the bump set spike and the finish, and the sophomore has her first kill of the evening. They're hanging tough, but they could sure use a service rally here. Down 21-12 in the second set. Schleckaway's turn to serve. Lincoln tries to push this one. There you go. It is a service point for the Governors. Basil had to push one, but couldn't get it across. First point in serve for the Govs tonight comes on their 23rd point that they've scored of the evening. But then Schleckaway gives one back, leaving it low and in the net. Pierre had 4 service errors in game 1. They've got 4 in the second now as well. Lincoln by 9, 22-13 as they'll serve it up. Julia Blom, right to left. Schleckaway plays it to Olsen. There's a swing. Nice shot by Allie Keys, who falls down, but now Pierre is in the net. And Sloan Waldron backed into the net, I believe, as she was trying to defend the swing of the Patriots. 23-13. Blom again. Oh, perfect spot for Julia Blom. Hadley Hart went over for a look and let it go, and that ball is 3 or 4 inches fair. As Julia Blom will register her first ace of the night. And just like that, Lincoln has 3 in a row, and they've got set point. 24-13, game number 2. Hart to Olsen this time. Here's Waldron out of the right side of the hot smash, and that is good. That one eats up Hayden Cook in the back line. Sloan Waldron's third kill. You can see why the Governors would love to get her some more swings. Set point has to wait at least a moment. Waldron's back to serve. Cook plays it off the floor. Outside, Langenfeld on the floor. Misses wide of the antenna, near side. Hitting error number 4 for the Patriots in game 2, and the Governors will get their second service point of the game. 15 serving 24. This is set point number 3 for the Pats. Waldron played up by Barron, straight to Schneider. This one is blocked by the Governors. A good job by Eads up front once again. Schneider off the 10-foot line. Governors get a touch on it. They'll dig it out. Now Keys over the block, and good. Barron got a touch on it, but it went the wrong way, and Allie Keys will score. And the Governors are going to force Lincoln into a timeout. They're trying to finish. The Governors have 3 in a row. It's 16, serving 24. Let's sneak in a quick Coca-Cola timeout. Coca-Cola bottling of Pierre. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
May Adam Law
It's the
Firm.
perfect time to fly at Pierre Regional Airports. With daily United Express flights to Denver, operated by SkyWest Airlines, you can now make a one-stop connection to hundreds of destinations around the world. Skip the big city and fly local, where you'll enjoy free parking and short lines. Book your next flight at united.com and fly the friendly skies from Pierre Regional Airports, because they make travel easy.
In a world that's always moving.
Back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box. Owyhee Federal Credit
92.7, KGFX FM, and K296FI Pierre. When you're distracted, who's driving?
Back at Riggs High Gym, Pierre trying to prolong the matter here in game number 2 as we approach set point number 4 for Sioux Falls Lincoln, who already has the first set under their belts. 24-16. Sloan Waldron serves. Lincoln comes back to get it to Langenfeld. The Governors double up on the block, but it'll fall straight down, and there is that 25th point. Governors improve in that second set, but the Gales Gas Service scoreboard has Lincoln on top by the score of 25-16. Sioux Falls Lincoln ups their lead to 2-0. 2 down, 1 to go. We'll call it halftime. And halftime in our broadcast brought to you by Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial in the Capitol Creek Center Plaza, East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. 2-0 on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. Lincoln will try for the sweep when we come back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball and your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Your journey matters. And at Iverson Auto Group, we're here to get you on the road with a great selection of new and used vehicles and trailers, and keep you on the road with top-notch service, maintenance, and support. Every mile of your journey, the experienced team at Iverson Auto in Mitchell and Huron are here to help. Visit us in Mitchell and Huron or start your search at iversonauto.com to begin your journey today.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
When the world feels big, a small note can mean everything. Find mental health support at sdbehavioralhealth.gov.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome
Generational success.
back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box.
We welcome you back to Riggs High Gym as we are 2 down, 1 to go for the visitors. The Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots 25-10, 25-16. This second set had a 10-6 advantage for Lincoln in the kill column, but Lincoln was doing it in other ways. In fact, they get a couple of ace blocks in there, but 6 service aces for Sioux Falls Lincoln, helping their cause in this one. The Governors were trimming their error numbers down to 3 themselves, but they did have 4 service errors once again. Pierre's doing some good things. They went the gritty, gutty way in that second set. In fact, they got a service rally of 3 to fight off a number of set points, but Camilla Langenfeld with the final say in that second set. Then we'll go to game number 3. Brian Oakland play-by-play, William Wilson in studio, Brian Manning on camera at center court. As you watch this one at drgnews.com and the River 92.7 page or through gogovs.live. Governors have a matchup at T Area, who is winless so far on the season. That'll be Saturday afternoon. Tune in on KGFX for our coverage of that one. We do have T Area soccer coming to the PILC soccer fields as well, and we expect to have soccer on Saturday afternoon with Justin Cowart here on River 92.7. Service ace to start for Mallory Schneider. As we begin game number 3, the Comtech first serve finds its way to the floor on the Governor's side. Schneider again. By the way, after the Governors play volleyball at T on Saturday, they are off for 2 weeks. They don't have another match until they host Brandon Valley on October 4th. Shot at the net. Pierre digs it back. Lincoln couldn't put it away, but now Eads with an opportunity, but that's over the top of everybody and out of bounds long. So a second point in a row here for Sioux Falls Lincoln. Starting things up, Schneider once again. 6'1" sophomore plays this one to Hadley Hart. It's straight up in the back row, bumped ahead by Keenholz. Now a swing off the net by Lexi Schleckaway. Looked like that one was going to find its way down, but Lincoln lets it go, and it ends up out of bounds. Couple of errors to start this third set for the Governors. Lincoln leading 3-0. Schneider up the middle. Keenholz with a good pass to Molly Olson. Back set this time as Waldron takes a swing, but give Hannah Barron the dig. Barron wants it back, and she's got it from the setter. And just like that, Hannah Barron puts it away. Hannah with 7 kills to lead the Patriots. First 4 in this third set belong to Sioux Falls Lincoln. Longest rally of the night, I believe, went about 6. Half swing here for Schleckaway. Easy play for Lincoln to play it up. Barron again, hot shot. And Keenholz trying to run it down, but Hadley Hart got eaten up on that one. Maybe the fastest of fastballs tonight. Hannah Barron again right on the money. These Rounds Financial Services right on the money highlight plays. And if you slow that one down, you probably see the vapor trail behind it from Hannah Barron's swing. There's Waldron leading to Hannah Eads down in the campfire on the Lincoln side. And the opening run of this third set comes to an end as Lincoln runs off 5 in a row. Governors will take serve, 1 serving 5. Waldron, as per usual, first to serve. Hayden Cook with a good pass up to Schneider. She'll send it outside left, and Evelyn Carney takes a good swing. Pierre digs it. It's back across. Now Lincoln has to scramble, but Schneider able to clear it out. Waldron had to adjust. No, it's Olson. Waldron went back set to the near side to Molly Olson. And again, the Governors trying to maybe give Lincoln a look that they weren't expecting, but Olson had to adjust too much. Didn't clear it across. Third error in this game, helping Lincoln to a 6-1 lead. Patriots serve it away. Here will free ball it back, and Hart misses wide left on the far side. Serve return error that time, and again, unforced error essentially for the Governors in this instance. Langenfeld is the server. Hart up to the net. Waldron keeps it out of there. Swing for Olson, and that's a 4-hit violation. I really thought Lincoln might have got a fingertip on that one. up at the net. But it'll go as another miss by the Governors. 8-1 Lincoln. Governors got to stop the bleeding, but they're not going to do it here. This is a nice ace. Well served up by Camilla Langenfeld, her second of the evening. Second ace for the Patriots in this third game. And Lincoln trying to get going back down the road as soon as they can here. Nice play by Schleckaway on a net serve. Keenholz calls it off, and Schleckaway able to swing it back, but kept alive by the Patriots. Here's Schleckaway again. Langenfeld with a dig up to Schneider. Barron, good again. Hannah Barron, 5'7" senior, but man, when she's jumping, she seems to be playing at about 6'2". She's really got a good leaping ability, and she has shown it to the tune of 8 kills tonight. I think every one of her kills has been full swing. And another ace as the Governors are slow to respond to the first touch off of the hands of Hadley Hart. Langenfeld with a couple of singles. Governors serve return, a little snake bite going on right now. It's 11-1. This is 6 in a row for Lincoln. Bushbaum able to play this one up, and there's miscommunication. The set just not getting to where it needs to be. Kerry Wheelhouse going to leave it up to the players on the court to sort this mess out. 12-1. Langenfeld keeps bringing them. Waldron back out to the near side again, and Eads had to be closer to the 10-foot line. Now it's time for a timeout. Hannah Eads kept it low and into the net as she tried to adjust. The passing not quite there right now for the Governors, and Lincoln reaping the benefits to a 13-1 lead as they play for a 3-game sweep. We're in the third, and we're back in 30 seconds after this Coca-Cola timeout. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball.
Thinking about upgrading
Different things to different people, but to us, it means seeing my daughter follow in my footsteps, keeping the farm in the family, just getting to do this every day. We're Agtegra Cooperative, and we're generationally successful. That's who we are. Agtegra Cooperative.
Hey, Josie, why so
Back
glum?
to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box.
Cubs going through some ups and downs right now, but a big valley that they have to try to claw out of here as they fall behind 13-1. Halfway home for Sioux Falls Lincoln as they again play for a 3-game sweep. They won the first two, 25-10, 25-16. Here out of the timeout. They get one across this time, but had to tap it. Barron ready to swing again. Diving is Keenholz, but this is back to the scorer's table, and Hannah Barron continues to make plays all over the court for Sioux Falls Lincoln. They started with 5 in a row in this set. The Governors at a side-out point. Camilla Langenfeld is serving for the 9th straight time here. Bushbaum plays it up. It might have gone long, but too close to not play it. Lincoln goes left side this time. And Ellis Smith with a good shot. Smith will score. Hadley Hart had a dig, but it's up in the air. Coming out of the rafters, the Governors just absolutely lost sight of it. Schleckaway was the closest one to it. Here's Hart playing the next Langenfeld serve up. Now Bushbaum off the 10-foot line. Good hit across, but once again, Lincoln is there to defend, and once again, Hannah Barron is there with a sharp cross-court angle. Didn't really get very high off the floor this time, but still a good court vision, and that's out of the reach of the Governor defense. Here's Sierra Prunty checking in to give Lexi Schleckaway a bit of a breather. Bushbaum plays the serve well off the net. Now the Govs get a point in the middle, and that is Sierra Prunty. Prunty, the junior, who had her first start Tuesday night at Sioux Falls, Washington. That was an 11-point rally for Sioux Falls Lincoln. The Governors, again, are going to have to try to just get something going. Hadley Hart puts an ace across here, and that's the first of the night for Pierre. 16-3. Long way to go, obviously. Hart, another hot shot, but well played up into the air by Evelyn Carney. Free ball back to the Govs, but Pierre has to free ball it back on a tip by Sierra Prunty. Now Prunty and Bushbaum will deny Hannah Barron. Haven't seen that much tonight. Here's another block for the Governors, but they'll push it out of bounds on the near side. And Ella Smith will get the kill. It's plays like that where you know the Govs haven't gone away. They're still here. They're still playing hard, but they just don't get the luck of the bounce that time. And now here's one of those in-betweeners that eats up Sierra Prunty. Great serve. This time by Julia Blom, who has her second ace of the night. In-betweeners meaning it's too low to set, it's too high to bump. This time Prunty gets underneath it. Hart will move it up ahead to Christofferson, but Adeline will miss low and into the net. The Governors have their 8th error of this third game. 19-3, Sioux Falls Lincoln. Looking to cruise to a 3-set victory here tonight. Hart to Waldron, Bushbaum. That one's too low. The rhythm is just not there for Pierre in this third game. They've, even with good passes, something just goes wrong. And try as they might, it's just not working out. Here's Bushbaum. Swings away. Got it across. This is Smith. And that one blocked by the Governors. Smith keeps it alive. Now out to Barron again, but that one rattles the antenna, and this will be a point to the Governors. First error for the Patriots in this third set. And it's 20-4. Runs of 5, 11, and 4 for the Patriots in serve. Whereas the Governors have had an awful lot of one-and-dones tonight. Brianna Kaiser helping out with the pin, a former Miss Volleyball from Aberdeen Central herself. Barron, oh my goodness, right off the cheek of Hadley Hart, but she gets a dig and we play on. The Governors were able to clear it out. Hart standing her ground. And now this one, did that get touched by Allie Keys? It doesn't matter, it's a point. As Barron might not have gotten that one across the net. Keys is there defensively. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. How about that? With an ace block. And this one missed wide on the near side. A middle attack by Elsa Basil. Ricochets off the net. That might have helped it miss wide of the sideline. 6 serving 20. Governor still in catch-up mode. There's another block for Allie Keys. Now Bushbaum tries to clear one away, but that is blocked right back by Basil. And that'll be a point to the Patriots. And I tell you what, folks, even just in a span of 3 or 4 points, the Governors picking their game up. I mean, it's been ugly to say the least throughout this third set. In their attempts to return serve and get balls across, but in that last 3-4 point run, things are starting to look up a little bit for the Governors. Service error by Barron. And the Governors have served back, but now down the near sideline, and Ella Smith, will pick up her 7th kill of the evening. And the Govs are back to a one-and-done mode that time. 22-7, T-3 and counting. Nikki Nyhog sends in Natalie Voigt-Harp. She's a 5'9 senior. She's been on a few times tonight. As Lincoln tries to close this thing off, it's Waldron swinging, but the Patriots are in the net. Sloan Waldron missed badly on the near side, but Lincoln bails them out with a net violation. Point to the Governors, and it'll be Christofferson to serve. Cubs in white. Once again, their next home match will be 2 weeks from Saturday. Christofferson line drives, but it's in the net. And the Patriots have just 2 to go. Julia Blom out. It'll be Basil to serve here. And Blom's been doing the serving in that rotation throughout the evening. Big swing here by Waldron, but up front, it is Kearney. Helped out by Natalie Voigt-Harp defensively there. Block point, and it's match point to Sioux Falls Lincoln. Basil serving for the match. Schleck away to Olsen, 9 feet off the net. Hannah Eads takes the swing, but they'll dig it up. Here's Barron for the finish. That's off the net. Molly Olsen will dig it. Now Pierre has to free ball it back from Schleck away. Schneider this time to Kearney. Too much on that power tap. And the Governors will live to fight another point here. Match point number 2 coming up. Schleck away is out. Prunty is in up front. Allie Keys will serve for the Governors. 9 serving 24. Straight up the middle, nothing fancy. Schneider wants to finish, but she misses on the near side. Mallory Schneider gets those good passes, and she got a little greedy that time, but she certainly was in a position to be greedy. Up by 15 with match point number 3 coming. Schneider will leave it to Kearney this time. Diving is Hart to keep it off the floor. Here's Prunty from 10 feet out. That goes across. This is Voigt-Harp, and that one will be covered up by the Governors. Olsen now to the back row. Too much on the swing for Allie Keys. And that'll do it for the Governors as Sioux Falls Lincoln dominates tonight here in the capital city. Lincoln doing a lot of good things. The Governors helping the cause just a little too much, but again, there are some positives here that we see from the Governors. You just want to see more consistency, and maybe we'll get an opportunity to talk about things like that with head coach Kerry Wheelhouse when we come up in the postgame show. But your Gales Gas Service scoreboard is 25-10. Lincoln in the third. They win it in 3 straights, and quite easily, 25-10, 25-16. 25-10. Lincoln improves to 7-3 on the season. The Governors will drop to 2-7. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. When it gets cold out, remember Gales Gas Service. And get them set up with their budget plan and keep full service to stay warm all winter long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We're back in 3 minutes. We'll go to the postgame. It's a Family Dental postgame coming up with a full recap, conversation with the coach, perhaps. And we've got big plays of the game and your player of the game from Hermanson Endodontics and from Cowboy Country Stores, respectively, coming up in our Family Dental postgame. Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. We're back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Governor Volleyball on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Dr. Ryan and his team.
I can't find a way to get my whole group to one spot without taking all these cars. You haven't heard of Denwall Transportation? They have luxury seating buses with air conditioning, outlets to charge your phone, and other must-haves for traveling.
Whoa, no way!
Yeah, you should check them out.
Where can I find them?
You can follow them on Facebook or denwalltransportation.com, or hey, let's give them a call at 605-532-3836. Denwall Transportation, let us do the driving.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Protect what matters most with the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, American Family Insurance. Our personalized insurance solutions ensure you're covered, no matter what life throws your way. From home and auto to farm, commercial, and life, we tailor policies to fit your unique needs. With our dedicated team and exceptional service, you'll have peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC.
Best of luck in today's competition to the Pierre Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan, and they're focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Stay in a
Welcome
beautiful...
back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union press box.
Three straight, two Sioux Falls Lincoln. But I'll tell you what, folks, you take a look at what Lincoln has, how they're playing so far this season, and really, they really are an up-and-coming team in that metro. They might be overshadowed at times by the Sioux Falls, Washington, certainly by the Harrisburgs. You got Brandon Valley playing very well so far this season, and O'Gorman is playing better this year, but whereas Lincoln has kind of been in that shadow a while, I really don't see this team as being in the shadow necessarily of those other teams here in these next few years. And I'm trying to say this as respectfully as I can. I mean, they've kind of been the underdog, but they aren't anymore. When this team gets together to play some of those other teams, man, you're going to have some really good volleyball. And I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what they can accomplish through the rest of this season. They certainly look good tonight as they win this one easily, 25-10, 25-16, 25-10. And the Governors, as far as they go, once again, you've got, like we said, going into this post-game break, you've got, just too much inconsistency. Governors are trying to keep things under control as much as possible, but when Lincoln swings the way that they do, and opponents are swinging the way the Lincoln Patriots were tonight, it's tough to stay without chaos, but the good teams that can control that chaos are certainly going to be the more successful ones, and that's where we are seeing the disparity between these two teams here tonight. In particular, Lincoln had 3 or 4 at a time through much of that first set. I don't think they had more than a 4-point rally from 11 to 15. Pierre was trying to keep pace, but the problem was the Governors weren't getting any service points. They had 10 points in that first set. All of them were side-out points, and all one-and-dones. Every time they got the serve, nobody got a second serve as far as the Governors went. So Lincoln won that first game 25-10, and they were able to gradually build a lead in the second set as well. The Governors still were not able to get service points until they scored their 13th point of that second game. Meanwhile, Lincoln did use one fairly large rally from 3-3 to 9-3. The biggest rally of the night to that point was that 6 in a row. And they opened up the lead all the way up to 10 by the time it got to 16-6, and they cruised from there. Although the Governors do get a couple of service rallies, but from 24-13, Pierre started to play some pretty good volleyball. They got a few points from there and clawed it all the way up to 16. But once again, even after a timeout by Sioux Falls Lincoln, they came out and got that 25th and deciding point of the second set to win at 25-16. And the third game for Lincoln, they had everything going their way. The Governors just too much help along the way as well. 5 to start for Lincoln. The Govs got one side out, and then Sioux Falls Lincoln with Camilla Langenfeld serving 11 in a row to open up a 16-1 lead. And you'd think the Governors could just mail it in from there. I wouldn't say they did that. They got some good play here, a 3-point rally to go from 3-6. And granted, they're down by a big margin at the time, but you can certainly still applaud the efforts and the plays that the Govs were able to make at that time. Dare I say, some right on the money highlight plays sponsored by Rounds Financial Services in Pierre, as we try to keep abreast on those as well. But after a couple of match points fought off, Sioux Falls Lincoln gets the final say in this one, and it's 25-10, easily winning that third set as well. And again, they improved to 7-3 on the season. Sioux Falls Lincoln will win pretty much every stat on the sheet, including 30-12 in the kill column. They're led by Hannah Barron, a 5'7" senior with 10 kills overall. Ella Smith next in line with 7, Camilla Langenfeld with 6, and then they get 3 from their setter, Mallory Schneider, 2 kills for Evelyn Carney, 2 more from Elsa Basil in the middle. The Governors with just 12 kills on the night. Allie Keys will finish with 4. Sloan Waldron with 3. They get 2 each from Sierra Prunty and from Hannah Eads, and 1 kill from Adeline Christofferson, who had to come in when Addie Novotny suffered a leg injury of some kind, hopefully not too serious. But again, 30-12 in favor of Lincoln in that kill column. In the blocking, fairly even. I've got both teams with 4 ace blocks. Allie Keys with a couple. Hannah Eads, Marina Bushbaum with 1 each for the Governors. Elsa Basil with 3 for the Patriots. And Evelyn Carney with another one. Serving, though, man, that is all Sioux Falls Lincoln as they out-ace, if you will, if that is a word, 10-1. They out-ace the Governors. The only ace for Pierre comes from Hadley Hart in the third set. Lincoln had all 10 of their aces in the second and third sets. As it turned out, Hannah Barron with 3, Camilla Langenfeld with 3, Julia Blum and Mallory Schneider with 2 apiece. They do have 9 service errors, but so do the Governors. And then the hitting errors on the floor as well. Mounting for Pierre, they had 10 in the third game alone, and they'll finish with 21 overall, just 10 overall for Sioux Falls Lincoln. The Patriots win this one in 3 straight. There's more to talk about coming up, and we'll take another 3-minute timeout. We'll be back with more of our Family Dental postgame. Big plays of the game brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics on the way, as well as our Cowboy Country Store's player of the game. You're listening to the Pierre Governor Family Dental postgame. Sioux Falls Lincoln wins it tonight on River 92.7.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
Century Business Products is a proud provider of the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to the Pierre School District. Backed by 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color cost? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than your local Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Fall sports are here, and Beck Motor Company is proud to cheer on our local athletes. Just like teamwork on the field or court, you can count on teamwork at our dealership. Whether you're driving a new Chevy Equinox, a tough Chevy Silverado, or keeping your current ride in top shape with our service department, Beck Motor Company is here for all your automotive needs. Good luck to all our hometown teams this season. From your friends at Beck Motor Company, we're making a great deal better. www.beckmotors.com, 605-224-5912.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram. Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
We're back at Riggs High Gym. You just heard from Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre, and we've got Hermanson Endodontics big plays of the game to talk about in this one. A lot of big plays turned in by the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots in a 3-set sweep, and usually you can kind of look at long service rallies as sequences of plays that turn into big plays of the game. Lincoln didn't really have those until the second set. We mentioned a 6-point rally to go from 3-3 to 9-3, and then the way that third set started is they win 16 of the first 17 points. Lincoln certainly earning it with big plays, but my big play of the game tonight is going to be the fact that the Governors just could not get points in serve tonight. All 10 of their points in the first set were just side-out points, and then they didn't get a service point until their 13th point of the game, which made it 21-13 at the time. They got a couple, a couple in that rally, but then 3 later on as they fought off some set points, and they had more of the same in that fourth set. They did get a 1 service point to go from 2 to 3, but by then they're way down in the third set already, and then from 3 to 6, they got 3 in a row, and they fought off 1 match point with a service point as well. But service points and scoring with the serve, the tough thing to do for the Pierre Governors tonight, and that statistic is tonight's big play of the game, brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. Sioux Falls Lincoln certainly with some candidates for player of the game as well, as we'll take care of that order of business. Player of the game is brought to you by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Let's hear from them. We'll award a T-shirt when we come back with more of our Pierre Governor postgame.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Fill up your tank and your stomach. Fresh baked pastries, coffees, regular and breakfast pizzas, Champs Chicken, and more. Feed the family while on the go. Then treat yourself to a soft serve ice cream in cones and dishes. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores. Euclid and Harrison Avenue in Pierre and in Fort Pierre.
Cowboy Country Stores players of the game, and if we look at things from the Governor's standpoint, it's good to see Allie Keys getting a few more swings tonight. She'll finish with 4 kills, but Allie's got to be on the outside, and I think the Governors who experimented with her in the middle on Tuesday night at Sioux Falls, Washington, found out she's better set on the outside. They do want to get her as many swings as they can get from her. And Sloan Waldron, too, she packs a punch, but just all in all, the Governors need that consistency. They just need more and more swings as a team. Just 12 kills tonight overall. And it was a tough night passing the ball all around as well for the Governors. As for Sioux Falls Lincoln, kind of like Washington the other night, they spread the wealth well, and of course you got a good setter that's doing that in Mallory Schneider. But whereas they had 3 players with at least 6 kills, the one that leads the way also had a good night in serve, and that's Hannah Barron. She'll lead with 10 kills, but also had 3 service aces. And Hannah Barron standing out above the rest for Sioux Falls Lincoln. In my opinion, tonight we'll get her a T-shirt noting her accomplishments, as she is our Cowboy Country Stores player of the game. Hannah Barron and the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots defeating the Governors in 3 straight tonight. Bit of a surprise going on as we take a look at the scores, by the way. Aberdeen Central has defeated Sioux Falls, Washington up in Aberdeen in the first two sets, 25-17, 26-24. They're battling to a 16-16 tie right now in the third set as, again, Aberdeen, who was swept by Sioux Falls Lincoln in Sioux Falls Tuesday night, has the first two on Sioux Falls, Washington. Top power-rated team Brandon Valley, they take care of T Area 25-13, 13-16. Mitchell has just won the second set. They're up 2-0 on Yankton, 25-16, 25-10. Other scores have Brookings dropping the first set to Del Rapids, make it 25-9. And Sturgis and Hill City serving it up out west tonight. That's the run through Class AA as we have the scores right now. So let's get you set up. By the way, one order of business also is to remind you from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety as they celebrate being a part of a team. For Sioux Falls fans heading back, we wish you safe travels. And remember, though, it is text or drive. There is no and. It's text or drive, and buckle up every trip, every time. That reminder from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. Are you going to do an interview with us tonight? All right, why don't you put the headset on there? Carrie Wheelhouse has sent up one of the Governor players, and it is Miss Sloan Waldron who will don the headset. And I'll stand up so we can look eye to eye and talk about this one. And Sloan, I know it's tough going here for you, and if you need a moment to get unwinded, just let me know. But I know it's tough going for you so far. This Sioux Falls Lincoln team tonight, you're following them after a tough match with Sioux Falls Washington the other night too, and now you get into these Metro teams. And the one thing I've been curious about is the speed of the game as you try to get your chemistry going on your own side. How's the speed of the game been really in these last two? Has it been a tough transition for you?
I wouldn't say the speed necessarily. It's just that we have constantly so many players changing, and we have different lineups almost every game because, we just have different players on the court trying to get new people in, trying to see what works. It's still early in the season, and I think definitely they are faster than us, but I think it's also the rotations and the lineup that's constantly changing that we have to adjust to.
No, that's a good point. And Washington and Lincoln, they've got so many weapons. They'll come at you from all points of that front line, no matter who's up front. How do you key in on any one player?
Yeah,
up there?
And we've got a young team, so we're really just trying to do our best. We've got a lot of people who haven't ever played varsity before, so it's definitely a hard transition, especially this year. So I think we're just really trying our best to work with what we've got and ultimately try our best every game.
So I think what you're looking for is consistency because obviously you have your ups and downs. Tonight, unfortunately, just the tough thing was getting points in serve. And how difficult is it when you have the serve? And you obviously strong server yourself, but how difficult is it to find ways to score some points that way?
Yeah, it is, especially when you're going against tough servers like Sioux Falls Lincoln. They've got their hardest servers out there, so it's definitely hard to just kind of stay calm and get those passes, get those sets, and ultimately get the kill,
All you can do is, when you're in serve, is just to try to get them into a free ball. You got to get in system when it comes back over the net, and that's been difficult to do, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So now as you look ahead, and you've got T Area, and I know you have to, as players, you have to take that opportunity and try to run with it. It's a team you'll match up better against, and it's your last match for 2 weeks.
Yep.
How are you going to deal with that?
Well, we're going to take these 2 weeks as a good start, really focus in on practice and really try and get these kinks worked out, get rotations worked out, and just do the best with what we've got and take these 2 weeks and use them as an advantage.
All right. And, you still got half the season to go. And, there's moments. You guys have your moments. We saw them late in that third set. We saw them throughout that second set as well. But there are times, and tell me how it feels when suddenly everybody's smiling and hooping and hollering, and now you feel like a ball club, don't you?
I know. I think we're a really good team at coming back from when we're in those holes, but we just need to start out that way, be a powerful team, to be the powerful team that we are right away,
That'll be important to get that quick start on Saturday afternoon then. All right, Sloan, appreciate you coming up and talking to us about this one. Wish you the best of luck and keep working hard, all right?
Thank you so much.
Sloan Waldron is our post-game guest here as the Governors do fall in 3 straight to Sioux Falls Lincoln. And that's going to pretty much wrap up our broadcast here. Let's tell you what we do have coming up. And, again, a busy week of volleyball, but a busy week of high school sports in Governor Land. The golf team will go to Mitchell tomorrow. Hopefully hopefully they don't have a lot of rain and postpone that tournament. But then they'll be playing the ESD tournament at Brandon Valley on September 29th. So that's a week from Monday. Tennis team plays at Aberdeen on Saturday. They go to Spearfish next Tuesday, and they'll play ESD at Yankton on Monday, September 29th as well. Competitive cheer and dance has their next competition at Brookings on Saturday. The cross-country team will be running at Broadland Creek in Huron on Saturday, and then a week from tomorrow out in Rapid City at Hart Ranch. And then the sports that we have broadcasts of, keep in mind soccer. It is the Governor's soccer teams that will be hosting T area at 12 and 2 o'clock at the PILC soccer fields. We do plan to have coverage of that on River 92.7 on Saturday, starting with Justin Coward's pregame at 11:30. The volleyball team goes to T area next on Saturday, 2 o'clock, first serve, 1:30 with the pregame. I'll have the call on that one at 1:30. That is all unless the Governor football game gets postponed or rescheduled. There's some power issues right now due to standing water and in the parking lot of the Hollister Field facility. The homecoming game with Brookings tomorrow night, certainly as of now, is still on at 7 o'clock and would be on the air at 6:25. But whatever medium you keep up with Pierre Governor Sports, you may want to just keep an eye out for any further word on that tomorrow. As of right now, there wasn't any power to the field house. I assume no power to the stadium itself as well, and that may cause a postponement to the homecoming game. There's just too much rain. Mother Nature, are you listening? So tomorrow, homecoming football, 6:25. Hopefully we get a pregame for you here on River 92.7. And we'll remind you there will be fireworks afterwards. So all of those who have pets who don't handle fireworks sounds very well, hopefully pets can be taken care of in that regard as well. Tonight, though, it was all Sioux Falls Lincoln. They look impressive, folks. Your final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, it's Lincoln 25-10, 25-16, 25-10, the three-game sweep over the Pierre Governors tonight. So we wish you a good Thursday evening. Our thanks to William Wilson running the show in studio with audio, and with video, it's Brian Menning for a live ticket. You can rewatch this game if you'd like on the drgnews.com website, the River 92.7 page, or on your DRG News smartphone app. Until we meet again tomorrow with homecoming football, we certainly hope that's the case. Otherwise, Saturday afternoon, I'm Brian Oakland. This has been a presentation of your official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Good evening, everybody.
You've been listening to Pierre Governors.